So this was the Promethean Accord, and I decided I'm going to remake it, but I'm going to make it with mods and do whatever I want so that it's awesome. Because when I made it for the contest, I made it vanilla. So here it is. It's now the Blackstar. It's got floating parts and everything. I'm going to pull it apart, put it back together, and hopefully explain how to do it. So that it's easier to see, let's paint it. There we go. Okay. Now we can start taking this sucker apart. Pull the hood off. Underneath the hood we got all these. Hopefully I remember how it goes back together. Let's do this. Right bumper, right bumper, right bumper, right bumper, right bumper. Pull them all off together. Okay. That's faster. It's way faster. Okay. Now I want to grab this. There we go. Just to remember that's going to be in there with that. So that's Matilija and Derretech. Y'all can see that on the left side. Derretech, DWS cowling. It's got the spike in it. And then this spike comes from Matilija. M-A-T-I-L-I-J-A. Alright, now we've got all of our essential stuff right here. So let's pull this off. Darkstar deflector array. This is all just equipment, so like I'll show you what it is. It's the comm spike, the conduction grid, and scan jammer. I'm just gonna press back to get those back on there. There's a trick to put everything on the same equipment plate, and I can show you all that too. J-type reactor. This comes from the Star Wars mod. Okay, all these little pieces you get from the Star Wars ships. In one, this is from djarins ship. In one, fuel tank, also from djarins ship. Okay, now we'll pull this weapon off. We've got one of our weapons here. I'm just going to put all this equipment back here. And then the shielded cargo, a ton of cargo, 56,000 shielded cargo. So that way you're good on cargo. Okay, let's pull the cockpit off. We have custom tint on our cockpit. That comes from Derretech. Okay, so download Derretech for that. Now, y'all can see that it's symmetrical, so I'm going to pull apart half of it and put that half back together so that we can save time. The other half is put together exactly the same way. Alright, here we go. We'll start from the outside and work our way in. No, I take that back. Well, the engines are the most complicated part. So, let's start with that, I guess. So this is all just for shape. Okay, you got two of those back there. And this is up in there. Okay. We got these other ones on the outside. All Deimos. Deimos. Alright, now we got a bunch of these Deimos parts too. So here, I'll just pull those off together. We'll go right bumper, right bumper, right bumper, right bumper, A. Okay. Deimos bumpers. Now we've got all these Nova cowlings. Okay, y'all see that? And we got this Nova cowling, this Nova cowling. These make up that main thrust vector look that goes off the backside of these engines. Okay. Now these were just for shape on the other side of this. And this is just for shape. Again, to fill in that gap by the engine right there. So I'll just put this up here. Alright, now we've made our way all the way down to the engine. Let's go ahead and pull that out. We've got two of them stacked on top of each other. Two Darkstar engines. You need Darkstar for this. Darkstar mod. And we've got just a couple Deimos cowlings. And then a line of Deimos cowling. with this Nova piece. Okay. Zoom back in. There we go. And then here's the big guns. Matilija, I believe. Let's double check. Yeah. Aerospace direct fire magnetic C class, because our J-type reactor over here is a C class. There's a C class and an A class in those J-types. I don't know why you'd ever go with the A class, but it's available. Alright, we're breaking down the left side further. Let's continue forward down this arm, then we'll move out from there. I'm not sure if this is necessary, that equipment plate. I think that was just the extra. Alright, so now we've got landing gear, shroud cap. Okay, that's a pretty easy line right there. Then we've got the Nova parts. Those snap in there. What they're snapping to is the equipment plate. So you take the equipment plate, which has the guns. So we got 2 equipment plates. But if you do it this way, you don't need to. And then that goes there, snaps to that. Yeah. And then this went in here just to complete that line so that it didn't have a gap right there. Because if you take it out, there's that gap. So I put that in. Okay, and then we did need this equipment plate, but not anymore. This is what the weapon was on the inside of the arm. But hey, we don't need that anymore. Weapons will automatically merge onto one equipment plate when you have 2 of them stacked onto each other. Alright, and so this goes there. Oh, I was mistaken. This piece goes here to snap to this. Okay, so that's the arm. Main arm. And then in the middle there, we've got our Tiger Aerospace extra long range docker. It can go port or starboard. You can see how far out that dot is. So that'll basically work on almost any ship unless it's super wide. Now in the middle, you can see the shaping here. We've got the Deimos bumpers. That's what this Deimos bumper was for, just to have a better shape. And this was flipped upside down to set things on. Alright, so then we've got our habitat. I did a Stroud all-in-one berthing. It's just a 2x1. You could do whatever habitat you want. It doesn't matter. Now this is a weird part. This is the landing bay. This goes to the X-Wing, the large X-Wing. And this landing bay is invisible. All it does is it puts that door, invisible door, on the bottom side of your ship, and you just walk up to the bottom of your ship and go into it. So get that X-Wing mod and you can do that. Alright, so let's just back that up. Back up, back up. Okay, so we put the Nova cowling back, put the habitat back. To flip the Nova cowling upside down, you need better ship part flips. That's another mod. Okay. Now, moving down, underneath, these are Matilija aerospace cowling alternate starboard aft bottom and port aft bottom, as well as port fore bottom and starboard fore bottom. Matilija aerospace cowling. Comes from the Matilija mod. Now, let's just grab these, pull those off. And you can see on the other side of the ship, that's all for shaping right there. The ship is painted black, so there's not this stark difference in color. Okay. It's just painted white now for the ease. Alright, moving on. The floating parts are achieved by this. Matilija armor, or aerospace armor plating, starboard. Do you see how it's got that floating snap point? That can snap onto stuff. So when the ship is assembled, that snap point is snapping onto a snap point on the side of the ship, and then it floats there, and then I use this other piece. Well, here, I'll show you. Let's pull it apart. All Deimos parts. We're keeping a pretty uniform look with all the Deimos stuff across the ship. So here on the inside of that was a weapon. Alright, so also you need to get easier ship building. That's going to let you just put stuff inside of other things. Alright, so see that? That snap point there. Alright, and again in this one, another weapon right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off of their position. Hopefully I don't get confused. There's a lot of pieces here. And then I'll show you how to put those on. Alright, reassembly. 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're going to make it look like the other side. The cockpit obviously goes on the habitat. The windscreen for the cockpit goes right there. Or I don't know what you call that thing. Whatever. Our docker is going here. Oh yeah, let's take this off of the bottom. Simplify it. Just so y'all can see what the bottom is like there. Gotta show everything. Alright, so I was able to put a window, so I put a window. And also, this will be able to show the snapping of the docker. Let's see if we can go ahead and put that docker in. Now, where is it? I've lost it. Oh no. Well, I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I guess I'll move on to... Oh well. Move on to the rest of the ship. Let's see if that can snap already. No? Alright. Alright. Let's see. Put that there. This here. Moving on down the line. Hold on. What was this? Oh, okay. Just did an inverted one. Alright. Looking good. Now, did I have this here just for that to snap to? Confusing myself. Alright. Alright, there's the aerospace cowling, Matilija. Yeah, there's nothing for it to snap to on the other side yet, so let's move on with that. trying to determine what exactly is the anchor. I think it might be that piece. So, guess I should put them in. Alright, that's gonna disturb this, so I'm gonna pull that out. Don't know if I'll need it. Might leave it out. There we go, there's the piece I'm looking for. This is a lot of pieces on this ship. Alright, so now... Now... Oh yeah, that's the beginning of this. All these pieces right there. Then that goes there. The engine. And an easier way to do that, you could just copy the engine, press A, highlight your ship, press A again. That snaps it into place. Okay. Now, what else did we have? These two pieces. Those go right in there. Whoa! Excuse me? That's funny looking. It's supposed to go like that. Oh, I see. These don't have anything to snap to yet. Alright, come on, brain. So yeah, we go on with the landing gears. From there, the cowling. Moving on with these pieces of the arm. Alright, and then you get your... Oh yeah, forgot we did it with the weapon itself. Goes right in there. That piece. Right in there. Alright, so there's part of the arm. Now here we have these two Deimos cowlings, back to back. Those go right there. The Nova cowling, right there. These three Deimos spines, right in there. Just right in there. Alright, and then this is where we had our big gun. Now remember this thing. This is two guns. Look at that. I have two guns on one equipment plate. I'll show you how to do it. Let's delete this one. We're copying it. Okay. Now what you can do to get them on the same plate, just grab yourself a habitat. Take the habitat, put your weapon on it, then copy it at the equipment plate. Copy it, press up on your D-pad, press A. Now highlight your habitat with left bumper, then press A. Now press A one more time. And then you've got two weapons. As you can see, two weapons on one equipment plate. I just hit back there to get them to go back on. We'll erase the extra gun. We don't need that anymore since we did all the copying. Alright, so there we go. This gun goes right here. Make sure we're lined up. Yep, other cannons on the other side. Now we've got something for all these doodads to snap to. Let's grab them together. All together now. Got them on there, I think. Woo. Alright. Those do not go there. Okay. We are making our way. Let's put these things on here. So that's That was our shield. Here's a weapon. Here's a lot of equipment. And then here's our hyperdrive. So that's our grav drive. Comes from Djarins ship. Oh, come on now. You go here. Or maybe here. That's probably better. Alright. Cargo. And fuel. All very small pieces. So I don't have to worry about hiding that stuff. Otherwise I'd probably just shove it in the engines. Then we've got our reactor. Alright, all that's snapped on top of the ship. Alright. Now these Deimos bumpers, those go in the engine. Like that. And then we've got other bumpers on the other side. There. And not on the underside. Okay. Not necessary there. Just double checking, you know. Now let's make sure we're filling in the gap. What the? Back that up. There we go. I'm sure I'm going to confuse myself by using the wrong pieces from what I grabbed earlier, but that's okay. We'll still get it sorted out. I hope y'all are following along. At any point, feel free to pause the video and go back or whatever, you know, just to figure out what went where. You can always look on the left side of the screen and you can see the name of the piece that I'm selecting. I did not have that on the underside. But I had this there. Alright. Let me double check and see. Oh, okay, those go up forward. So I do need one backwards facing. Right there. And one forward facing right there. Yeah. That'll do. Okay, so do we have the whole engine assembly put together? Yes. Engines are done. We could put the top on, but I think I'm gonna make sure everything else is good. Docker needs to be on the outside edge of the ship. Okay, ship has unattached modules. All modules must be above the landing bay. Okay. Did I accidentally just leave the landing bay in there? Yeah, okay, so the landing bay was there. Let me show you how to put that in. You take the landing bay from your X-Wing, and you just go over here, you slide it under, and just see where that's positioned right there. Click A. Now highlight your ship and press A. Boom, that's in. Landing bay is in. And that big metal piece goes there, but honestly it just functions as a ceiling in the habitat. It doesn't really look out of place. Okay. So, let's attach these. I don't remember if it was the back one or the front one. Oh, looks like it's that one. You'll see how those just snapped right on there? Okay, now let's get these other pieces on. There, and there, and then The first one has these Deimos pieces. The one outside of that does not. You see what I'm saying? Alright, so next one. Where do you snap? This is the weapon that goes here. These snap on the inside of these pieces. Like that. Now, maybe this is the one that snaps. Is that attached now? Yes. That is attached. Okay. And then these pieces go here. And your other weapon on your sideways equipment plate. You get sideways equipment plates with better ship part flips. Goes right inside there. Alright, well, I guess we don't need that. Wait, what was that? Hold on. Okay, that's just a regular equipment plate. We don't need these wings anymore because we duplicated stuff. Here's an extra equipment plate. I don't think I need these. There was a lot of extra gear on there from the original build. Alright. Now let's get that spike. If I remember right, I had it here. And then these pieces, those went in after the hood. So I put in the hood first. Right there. And then I was like, I need more spikes. So I stuck these on. Just like wherever they would fit, and it looked like that lined up pretty well. So the rest of them flipped in various ways. All attached to each other. Like that. Looks like we missed one. Uh-oh, where's it go? Right here? Yeah, that's it. Okay. That's nominal. Hey, we assembled it. And yeah, look, no landing bay. It's you just walk up to the underside and go into the ship. And I painted it black. So, let's go to black. There. That's the ship right there. And then it looks like Megatron sometimes in space when you look at it from this side. Modded Promethean Accord. Crazy stats. Okay. Oh, where's my Rev 8? There it is. Going to the Blackstar. Here's the inside. Got bathroom. Needs to be decorated. It's an empty habitat. There's our docker. Here's that big door from the X-Wing thing, but now it's just a ceiling. So we're good there. Here's this super fancy thing. Cockpit. Derretech has cool stuff. I will say that. So you need easier ship building, better ship part flips, better ship part snaps. You need Matilija, you need Derretech, you need Darkstar, you need Avontech. You need the X-Wing, the big X-Wing, to get this docker. And then you need the other Star Wars ships, Djarin ship, or the J-type, to get the small reactor. and small essential parts. But here we go. Let's see top speed. 19, 2000, 23, 24, 2490, 2500, 2510. Right trigger. Left trigger. Why? All of them together now. So here's what we look like. Shooting all the weapons off of all the floating parts. And then people were saying, like, let me see if I can get the right angle again. They were saying this looked like Megatron. There it is. Megatron. Maybe if I turn it down a little. And have the boost going. Alright, let's see if this is a Megatron face. There it is. Y'all see the Megatron? The eyes coming from the flames. Anyways, yeah. There's your floating part tutorial, as well as how to build this ship tutorial. Promethean Accord Expanded Edition with mods. Now it's got a better side profile because of that upward curve in the back. It's got a better top-down profile because of these floating wings. I really like them. Some people don't like them. They're like, oh, it's not realistic. I don't care. It's sci-fi.